Welcome back to Living Local. Our tour of parks near me brings us to Bettendorf. Today we are visiting Devil's Glen Park. This historic hilly park is also home to limestone bluffs. And we're learning more about what this park offers with the help of Kim Kidwell, Director of Parks and Recreation, and Parks Maintenance Supervisor Jason Manfull. Thank you both for being here today.
Absolutely, thanks for having us.
So we are surrounded by trees and nature, and it's just hard to believe we're right here in the city. It's just so hard to believe. It's just beautiful. So where exactly, for folks who don't know, is Devil's Glen Park located?
So Devil's Glen Park is located in the south end of Bettendorf on Devil's Glen Road, and on the south side closer to State Street. So you could ride State Street, take a left on Devil's Glen Road, and the park is not too far up on your right, the entrance.
And there's a big sign there, so
yeah, absolutely. Can't miss it.
All right, so this park was the first to be established in Bettendorf. Give me a little bit of history for folks who might not know.
Sure. So yeah, this was the first named park in Bettendorf. It's got all kinds of, located by Duck Creek. It's got trails. It's really beautiful forestry, really beautiful nature walks. Apparently, legend has it that Devil's Glen, the name Devil's Glen Park, came from possibly a devil that was said to have lived in a limestone by Duck Creek. But, you know, I've never seen the devil, but, you know, hopefully.
Living in the limestone.
You know, is it haunted? I don't know. I've not heard, but according to things that I've heard or looked up, that's where it got its name. So.
Okay, yeah, it is an unusual name.
It is. It is.
All right, so Jason, what do you think that makes Devil's Glen stand out from other parks in the area?
Yeah, I think what makes Devil's Glen unique is just what you're kind of seeing in the background and all around us with the historic trees. You know, it was the first park in Bettendorf, so these trees have been around for 80, 90 years, and obviously before then too, but you see the historic oaks, you see the hickories, and just some things that bring a nice natural aspect to the parks. You can see obviously that things maybe aren't as trimmed up or pristine as other parks, but that's another thing that adds to the value is, you know, have people come out and experience nature like they should really in a park. So that's what I think is most unique about Devil's Glen.
Now you guys have a lot of activities here at Devil's Glen. Let's talk about some of the things that you guys offer.
We have 3 shelters that you can rent. We have a couple of athletic fields, baseball field that's lit. We have games at night. We have a disc golf course that is very challenging. A lot of people have talked about it, how challenging it can be. We're in the process right now of renovating a playground, and we have a fire pit that's going to be kind of updated middle of the summer here pretty soon. So we've got quite a few interesting things that they're coming to the park very soon.
Yeah, and Duck Creek runs right through this park, and we mentioned a waterfall. It's hard to believe that there's a waterfall here. Where exactly is that located?
Yeah, so if you see the trail here, we're going from west to east through the park, and as you come down and get close to State Street, there is a waterfall down there. There's kind of a bridge overlook area. You know, if we haven't had a lot of precipitation, it doesn't have a ton of flow through it, but when it's rained or there's an event, it's really neat. So it's something to come check out for sure. It's down closer to State Street and probably just a little walk from here, maybe like a half mile. So you're getting your exercise as well. Getting
those steps in.
Absolutely.
All right, so Kim, you also have shelters that folks can rent. How can they go about doing that?
Absolutely. So we have shelters in all our parks that people can rent for parties, birthday parties, graduation parties, anniversaries, whatever you wish. All you have to do is go on the City of Bettendorf website at bettendorf.org and look up Parks and Recreation, and under there you can find all of the information on how to rent a shelter.
Okay, as easy as that.
That's easy.
All right, well, Kim, Jason, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, if you want to learn more about Devil's Glen Park and other parks that are in Bettendorf, you can go to bettendorf.org under Parks and Recreation. And we'll also have all that information for you at ourquadcities.com.